Buenos nachos, amigos, and welcome to Hallyujuku, an East Asian pop culture podcast of good times and frivolity. I don't know. I'm Peter Rave, your man with no plan. Here with me is my tag team partner, my partner Graham, my left hand, right with the right hand of doom. Brandon Cooper, aka King Kaz. How you doing, Kaz?
I am doing exceptionally good.
Yes.
Been a strange week.
Yes. We've had a couple weeks since our last episode, but we're here. We're finally gathered to talk about some East Asian pop culture. Of course, we start off every episode talking about what's new, what's caught our attention since we last gathered. Kaz, what's new? What's going on?
All right. So this first one I'm going to just move through really quick. It's not amazing. It's not great. I actually had a hard time just choosing between two openers. It was the newer G-Friend song or the 17 song. I went with the 17 song because I like it a little bit more, but I don't know. I just felt like both of them from two groups that I kind of like, that I think live within the K-pop bubble really well and somehow do things that are within it still really good. So 17 is one of those groups, G-Friend is one of those groups, but yeah, 17 with Oh My. I like it. It has some moments that I just think are kind of weak. But I just think it's a pretty good track.
Yeah, it's a really good. I think 17 is a group that doesn't necessarily. It's hard for them to do wrong. They're pretty consistent. I think this is a really solid track. It's not spectacular, but it's really solid. And I think it just kind of falls within like their consistency, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely like it falls right in there with just like a very inline 17 track. Nothing exceptional, but just, you know, something you would expect from them, and it's good. But it's not their best. So yeah, I think that's where it lives.
Moving forward. Next.
Yeah, next track. From my boy Tigri. Featuring Mino. Where are you from? Here's my thing.
I'm from Miami. Highly
I like this song, but it is definitely a song that only plays in a very particular thing, and that's in clubs. This is definitely a club song. This is definitely just to make you dance and nothing else. This is not like this is, and I think he's kind of trying to play up the funny. He's done that before in a few tracks where he's tried to play up kind of the funny bit. It's not like it misses the mark so much for me in some places, and I don't know. The song is fun, right? The song is a good kind of club track. I think they hit the mark there. I think on the comedy part, it kind of is lacking. So I don't really know where to put it.
I would say honestly, what it feels like. God damn it, that Donald Trump impersonator, not the best. They just got whatever white guy they could get. It's like,
well, no, like not even that. Like that's fine, like, right? Because I think if you play it up in the right way, not having a good, you know, impersonator can be funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it just misses the mark because it doesn't really give you a payoff in any of the punchline.
Yeah, no. And I think the main thing, and what I was going to say is that I think it feels like this video and the song feels like if people with YG were going like, fuck, Psy left.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? Where are we going to get those like those club bangers with the really silly videos that are really funny and like get viral and shit. I'm like, oh, where are we gonna get that? We don't have Psy. And Sungri was like, hold my towel.
I also feel like very slightly something I've noticed more and more recently in his pushing of like, hey, I run businesses, hey, like I'm a really good club promoter, like on his social media shit.
Yeah.
I feel like slowly but surely he's trying to take over YG.
It's trying to do it like from the inside out. Like
Yeah. I feel like my man's
ways.
going for like, yeah, I feel like he's going for like a hostile takeover that's not hostile, but we still taking over. But like, ha 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 ha, joke. No, but for real though, I'm pushing you out and I'm trying to take this shit for me. like I feel like there's these subtle little things that he's doing where he's just like, yeah, no, I'm trying to snake this shit. Like,
take it division by division.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm trying to slowly build something for me and my boys when they come back.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be hilarious when he slowly but surely starts. He'll start with accounting, and then like,
yeah,
he'll take, and then he'll take over a studio at a time. And by that I mean like literally recording booth at a time. Like suddenly recording booths are changing the passcodes.
Did you write your name on that? Yeah.
He'll change the passcode. Suddenly YG needs to visit the recording studio, tries to use his passcode, and suddenly it doesn't work. It's like, and then suddenly walks up and is like, no, I got you. Do.
Yeah. Oh, you need to get in that room? Oh, you need to be in there. Do you have clearance for that? I don't think you have clearance for that. I'm going to have to call security. All right, but last but not least, this is kind of the big track of the week for me and PD, myself included. Yeah. This hits me in a lot of different ways. But I'm gonna give homage to the track real quick. So it's Simon Dominic, called Mino J Park. It's just like a really quick little video of him laying the track in the studio. But I think the thing is paying attention to the track itself, because when I first saw it on the wire, I think people kind of instantly took it and thought it was a diss track real quick. And then I think once that dust settled and everybody listened to it, they were like, "Yo, is he gonna be all right? Like, is he in his feelings? What is happening?" Like,
it's more like a self diss track.
Yeah, and so this is something I've come to the awareness of very recently. So, like I said, I'm going to talk about this track. So, in this track, Simon talks about like how everything was going great. You know what I mean? The creation of AOMG and all this other shit, and feeling like he was getting back on his grind, and then doing this work with somebody that he thought was pushing him. You know what I mean? Like having that friendly competition, but having somebody next to you who's doing really great, so it makes you want to do better and all this shit. And then he kind of got to this point where he rested on the accomplishments that he had so far, but that's not where he wanted to be. He didn't just want to be the CEO. He didn't just want to be, that guy. He didn't just want to sit back and earn profit off of everybody else. He wanted to be working too. He wanted to be doing all these things. He had all these aspirations of pushing forward and being a bigger and better, rapper, and having a bigger and better career and doing all these things and pushing forth his music. But he kind of rested on the fact that he was the CEO of AOMG. And in his head, he's like, yo, I thought that was enough. And then I look at my boy, who initially, you know what I'm saying? Like, I helped him come up. And then we were going together, and then he just fucking blew past me. And it wasn't like, oh, I resent that. It's like, oh shit, it made me realize I'm sitting on my ass. It made me realize I'm sitting on my hands. And this is something like I've been reading about and just coming to lately, where not even in the greatest success, right? Because you could say being the CEO of your own label is a great peak of success. But just in these moments where you're going through something and you work really hard and you hit a pillar, right? You hit a foundation that you lay in the ground. And rather than sitting there and looking at it and admiring it, you keep going. And what happens to a lot of people is you put these pillars in the ground, you lay your stake in the ground, and you spend too much time admiring it, and you don't keep pushing for your goal. And I that's what, to me, a lot of this is for Simon Dominic. Like, he hit a pillar in life of something that he wanted to accomplish. He accomplished it, but he sat around and worshipped it too long. And then when he realized what happened, like, everything else was so far beyond him that he wanted to accomplish. So I love this, because this is something like a lot of people I've watched on YouTube have been talking about this. Take a step back to take a step forward. So he's doing this whole thing now. So he put out this track, which, like, I love this whole concept that this track, in a sense, is his resignation letter as CEO, because he's like, I'm not doing what I need to do. And having this flag, holding this flag of being CEO of AOMG is keeping me from doing those things. So I'm going to take the step back and give up that title so that I have something to work for.
Yeah.
So I just find that shit like that hits me, man. Like, that's something that hits me in a spot that just makes me want to work harder when somebody does some shit like that.
Yeah, I think like a big part of it is like it was like basically a song about his wake up call and realizing, well, I've never, it hasn't really been that much of a CEO, and like there's been a big gap between me and Jay Park, and like I've kind of been stagnating when it comes to my own music. I haven't really been keeping up, like, you know, it haven't really felt like the boss, like, and like he's realizing that it's held him back as an artist, and what he wants to do as a rapper, and now he's deciding, well, you know what, I'm not Jay Park. This is not my lane. This is not my place to be. I have another path. I have another way that I'd rather go. I'm gonna step down in song form. I'm gonna resign in song form and just gonna be Simon Dominic, the rapper. Simon Dominic representing AMG the way I know how. Because I think, to me, this also is something that gives so much more credit to all the shit Jay Park is doing and making it look easy. You know what I mean? Like Jay Park is literally the nothing to something story. You know what I mean? Like, kid from Seattle goes to an audition, gets a spot on a K-pop group, like, realizes that that's not really what he wants, but uses that experience to lay a foundation, get bank. As soon as he can, jumps out of it, does all this other stuff to push himself, takes all this grind and does all that, and literally could stop, right? AOMG, fucking the other music label they have, right? But then takes a deal with Rock Nation, and now is doing the nothing to something transition again in America. Like it's like the ability to have that gear to be like, yo, I built something for myself, I'm making money, I'm living a really good life, but then to go to another market and have to build a foundation all over again. Like, yeah, you could be like, well, he has locked in fans. Yes, he has some locked in fans, but he has to win over radio, he has to win over TV, he has to win over all these other motherfuckers that have to give him the opportunity to win in America. Like, and still show that he can back it up. Like, and he's willing to put in that grind. Like, bro, some of us aren't willing to fucking stay an extra hour at work because we want to go home. You know what I mean? Like, so having that try to get out of work
something
early.
special. Yeah.
some of us take advantage of like people's unawareness of time. Maybe clock out 10 minutes early because it's more or less close enough.
Yeah. So like when you have that gear that allows you to keep going after you succeeded, you're a special kind of person. That's why I like. That's why I like Jay Park, and hopefully, all this stuff for Simon just allows him to push further in his music. Because the dude is a fucking amazing rapper. Like he's good. So hopefully this pushes forward with him doing what he wants to do the way he wants to do it.
He no Jay Park, but he is Simon D, and that's something to be. So yeah, I included I included the for the heck of it, just an article detailing some of the info on him, like actually stepping down as co-CEO, and the lyrics, just a little article, nothing major. But yeah, my tracks. Talk about some of the things that caught my attention. I'm doing this similarly, where I'm going up. I'm actually doing it instead of starting from the top down. I'm building up hype like you usually do. I'm gonna start with song. Go real quick on this one. Ashley, she of Ladies Code. And I mostly talk about it because I love Ladies Code and I just kind of want to support everything that they do. Ashley finally coming out with her own solo track called "Here We Are." It is a pretty standard airy summer track. Nothing major. It's nice. She looks great. She dances really well. She's great with her short hair. And her voice is really nice. But yeah, overall just a nice track, a nice summer track. Entertaining. Nothing revolutionary and nothing like big time, but it's really nice. What did you think?
I liked it. I like I said, yeah, not exceptional, but I liked it. I thought it was fun, very summertimey. Makes you feel good and warm. I love the like style of the video. Like this is that thing that I'm talking about, right? Like the way they have her styled throughout the video is so consistent, which I have already forgotten the song we were talking about a couple of weeks ago, where I was like, the fucking style was just all over the place and it just takes you out of the video. This is so consistent throughout. And I love when you have that. You have a kind of consistent theme. It's summery as fuck, right? And like by the pool, playing tennis on a field, like with these very summer athletic, just very fun, not super sexual, just really nice and clean fucking looks. Even down to the club look, like, and it has such a consistent theme, like, so I love shit like that. I love good continuity and themes.
Mm-hmm. And it's nice. And I had to say, it just solidifies Ashley is just attractive, just nice. She's just nice to look at. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Not much else to say. Just a really good track. So keep it up, Ashley. Also, Answer is really good too. Off of that little mini that she did. All right, moving on. With Card are finally back, and I'm always gonna talk about Card. It's just the standard. I really like this track. I think I liked it a little bit more than the Ashley track. Again, it's another summer tropical infused track.
Fucking island beat, bro. We can't get away from it, man.
Yeah. Korea wants to vacation in all the islands, all the tropical islands that they could find, and it works for them. This is their sound. This is their style. You hope that they eventually find a different sound, as a kind of an evolution of this. But they still can keep putting solid entries into the style. You get a little bit more singing from J-Sef. You get a little bit more rapping from Ju, which I like, and it works well. Somin sounds fantastic. The ladies will probably enjoy the shirtless Big Matthew, in there. So you gotta give everybody what they want. And overall solid track.
I just love how well this group is working. Because it's a concept we've talked about before they came out, and we were just not very like sure it would play. So I'm just like on that, and I'm just glad that it's playing really well. So like that makes me happy right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think overall just a pretty solid track, enjoyable. So go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we get into like the bigger hype tracks, the songs, a couple of songs that I really enjoyed. Hyorin, with a follow up track to her Dali, with her song CC, Badobora Gare, or just CC, as in seeing the sea. This is. So it's similarly summer themed, yes. There's a difference in style though. There's enough of like a nice variation in that it incorporates a very kind of like 80s sound in there, into the tropical, like undertones, and it works really well. The song is nice and it's a nice song to kind of like jam to. Her vocals are fantastic. She kind of goes for a very airy, like very Hyorin-esque, like a very airy singing that I think works really well and has a nice like feel to it. And it works well for the song. And then like also the visuals are fantastic. She looks great. She's showing off that body she's been working hard for, that summer body she's been working hard for, and she's unapologetic about it. She's also, there's something to be said about her always with Hyorin being unapologetically tan-skinned and muscular, which is not weird to say for us, but for K-pop and Korea, for her to just own that is pretty fantastic, I think. For a lot of factors. Also, the contribution by Nicole Kirkland's dance crew is fantastic, and it's been pretty cool to watch them accompany her to actual like music shows in Korea. And it's been kind of a fun dynamic, and they even have a dance practice up with them, which is fun and kind of cute. But yeah, what did you think, Kaz?
I enjoyed it. I'm kind of liking Hyolin's style and like the stuff that she's putting out. Didn't enjoy the Vaseline cam, and the fucking J.J. Abrams fucking lens flares, but like other than that, just because I'm kind of over that style. Like, I'm putting Vaseline on your fucking lenses. Shit is hard to get off. But other than that, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the visual. I enjoyed the song.
Yeah, I think overall really well made song. And I'm looking forward to more from Hyorin, kind of like owning her career. And it's pretty fantastic. Speaking of people becoming CEOs of their own companies and like just taking over their careers, she's been pretty fantastic at it. But yeah, now we get into another icon starting with the letter H. In fact, 3 people starting with the letter H, thus forming the group, the project group Triple H, and they're back with their song Retro Future. This is, speaking of like a retro sound, this is a very nice like retro inspired like old, has some old school sounds. It has a very obvious sample, literally samples The Message in there, which is in and of itself kind of a daring proposition. But I think it for a song that is actually really cool, really fun, really well made, it's catchy. It's repetitive. Like the chorus is repetitive, but I think it works. I think a lot of it just kind of like has this like playfulness in its like sexiness that works really well. I think a lot of it just kind of just is built really well. What do you think?
I liked it. I liked the video a lot, which kind of maybe won the song over a little bit more for me. And fucking, I love Hannah. Like,
Yeah,
Hannah is always a win for me.
yeah. Hannah is, her attitude and her persona is just so fantastic. And the way she owns it is just so fantastic. And the way she's like, the way that you like, it's two guys and a girl, and the girl's in charge. like this is Hyuna's project, and she brought along to the dudes from Pentagon to be part of it. Like that's really what it comes down to. It's pretty fantastic, and I think on that respect, I think works really well. So yeah, I love Hyuna. She's so sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Retro Future. Go check that out. All right. Now we get to the headlines. So that's it for what's new. We get over to our headline segment. So join us on the flip side as I press these two buttons. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our headline segment where we talk about some topical topics, things going on in the world of East Asian pop culture, some shenanigans and shenanigans. We're gonna get downright criminal, I think, because these headlines. This is a very outlawish headline segment. This episode, a lot of shenanigans going on. Let's get down to it. One-on-one fan sign admins throw hands and shed blood in fight at recent Malaysia concert. At One-on-one's concert in Malaysia recently, an actual fight broke out between Chinese and Korean fan sites that led to actual bloodshed. Who's at fault for the mess? Depends on who you ask, I guess. But most importantly, they had video of shit going down. This is, of course, on AsianJunkie.com, as you can tell by the tone of the article. There's some pictures. There's also a video of the incident you can check out. This is like some back and forth. And they're just, damn. Yeah, they're throwing hands. You're going to catch these hands, man. Another incident of like more craziness when it comes surrounding 101, and it's not surprising at this point.
Yeah, fans are just crazy at this point. We know they're crazy. They're gonna continue to be crazy. And there's just, at this point, it's like there's almost no controlling it. I think what you have to do is just take really hard stances as the label and production management and shit like that, and just literally, because you can take the stance of telling these people that they're not fans. I think that's just what you do, right? That's really the only thing you can do. That's really the only power you can have, right? Is you can be like, you're not fans of this. Like we may not be able to keep you away from it, but you do not represent the fans of it, right? Because when you tell those people that, when you really legitimately are like, you don't represent the actual fandom of this thing, those people in their heads will still try to circulate, no, we are the fans of this and we are the true fans of this thing. But when you disavow them, because that's really the only way you can control them, some of them will take a step back and be like, oh shit, like what am I doing? And other ones will just live in their crazy fantasy worlds where like they feel like they're representing how they should be. I'll hear fucking G squadding and fucking fighting like on site with people.
Yeah, it's like,
yo, they on site. I'm just letting you know, some of these girls right now, they on site. They see that bitch, they don't give a fuck where they at. School, Walmart, fucking out with their mama getting ice cream. It's on site. You just fighting as soon as you see them. Like, that's just what it is.
Yeah. We throwing hands. We throwing down. Throw them bows. Blood in, blood out. That's how it is out in these streets. Blood in, blood out. 5150 or whatever the equivalent of 5150
fucking gangbangers that'll go to a concert and just fucking be chill because they like, yo, I came to see this concert though. Like, yo, me too. Like, later.
Fuck. Like, later. I know we got beef, but fucking, I want to check out this J. Cole concert. Fuck that. Like, yeah. You know, he don't come on tour too often. I paid like $200 for these tickets. I'm not missing this J. Cole concert.
Yeah, yo, chill out for the day, man. We on site later. We on site tomorrow. All right, on site tomorrow. As soon as I see you, it's on.
I didn't include it, but I forgotten to include it. But there's also the fact that 101's agency this headline: 101's agency asks Sasaengs to stop dangerous and inconsistent behavior. Yeah. Because asking nicely, you know how asking nicely works. 101's agency, Swing Entertainment, has released a firm statement against Sasaeng behavior. Swing Entertainment posted an official statement on 101's Twitter account asking Sasaengs to refrain from dangerous and inconsiderate behavior while the group is on its world tour. The agency requested not only that they respect the privacy of the 101 members, but also to take into consideration the ordinary travelers who share the hotels, airports, and roads used by 101 during the group travels. In addition to emphasizing the importance of safety, statement specifically mentioned that the Sasaeng behavior was causing both members a great deal of stress and tarnishing 101's public image. Swing Entertainment also addressed a recent controversy over what some have claimed to be photos of the 101 members' hotel room. The agency clarified that the photos have been circulating online are not, in fact, photos of the members' rooms, and it further explained that it would be impossible for Sasaengs to take such photos. There's been like, and it goes on and on. There've been like things like, people paying money to get information about what floor or room they're staying in, and things like that, and like, of course, like rolling in vans following the group, and it's like, why?
Yeah, it's like, bro, when you're a fanatic, you're a fanatic. You know what I mean? And I like, I'd have to dig really, really deep. And then the fact that nobody's done this yet, I don't know if it exists, but like, I don't feel like 101 or their management or their label or their production championed this at any point. I feel like they've always been on the side of trying to be like, yo, this is not the shit we want. You know what I mean? Like, and trying to champion like good behavior. But I feel like at this point, they're so constantly trying to negate bad behavior that they just don't know what to do. They don't know how to handle it at this point. You know what I mean? Like what else can they do but constantly put out like letters and statements and things like that, telling these people to stop acting like asses. You know what I mean? Like,
I think you're gonna have to start like going the legal route. You're gonna have to actually make hard and fast legal steps.
Yeah. But see, at that point, what do you do that punishes one person, right? That doesn't somehow punish all people. You know, like it's hard unless you have specific names of people, and because these fans are so like net, you know what I mean? They're always going to protect each other. So you're always on this uphill battle of wanting to do those things. But like, yeah, legal action, I think, is probably one definite route you have to start to take. You have to start finding ways to actually punish bad behavior. You know what I mean? Because it's like your mom telling you to stop climbing on something over and over again, but you know you're like, whatever. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm a fucking yeah. Like, motherfucker, do you not know who I am? Experienced climber. I know I've been on this world for 5 years, but I am experienced on climbing. Like,
I'm not.
But then once you get punished for that shit, you're like, Oh shit, maybe all right, maybe I should not climb on shit anymore. Fucking she took all my shit away. You know what I mean?
Man, she took my
You gotta
Fortnite
have those
away.
moments.
She locked my Fortnite account.
Yeah. Gotta take away the Fortnite, bro.
Yeah. Gotta take away the Fortnite.
Especially in China, you can take away everything. I know you can.
Yeah.
There's only so many proxies they can have.
Exactly.
That was rude. That was rude. I have Chinese friends. I know how many proxies they have and what they have to go through every day just to fucking use their Facebook accounts. Unnecessary.
Yeah. Yes.
Respect.
Yes. It's hard out there for a pimp, man. It's hard out there. Trying to just use the internet. I feel you. Respect. But speaking of legal action against bad behavior, Interpol police. This is a little while ago. It's actually this is like a couple weeks ago, but I haven't seen any updates yet. But I might look for it again real quick. But Interpol police reportedly set to make arrests in APink bomb threat case. In about fucking time news, the man who made constant bomb threats against APink is reportedly set to be arrested by Interpol International Police. According to reports on July 17th, again a little while ago, Interpol will soon be arresting the perpetrator, who's been discovered to be a Korean American man in his early 30s living in Canada. Since June of 2017, he's made over 10 death threats against APink. He's also called the police to events attended by APink on numerous occasions, falsely claiming there were bombs on location. Yeah, it got to the point where the bomb threats became such a regular thing that it was hard to keep track of exact amount of bomb threats. Hopefully this amounts to the end of the saga and whatnot. What thoughts did you have, Kaz?
It's just one of those things like that's just pure crazy, and I'm glad they were able to track this kid down, and hopefully they were able to make the arrest. And just hopefully that goes to show other people. I mean, I'm betting on just pure fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Like I'm hardcore betting on pure fucking crazy. I'm not taking the stance of attention that other people are taking. I'm just betting on pure fucking crazy. And usually there is no cure for pure fucking crazy. Like, but it would lessen the want for the people who would do it just for attention to not do it. You know what I mean? Like, because this dude got caught. So hopefully that takes those people who are like, oh man, I'm gonna do it too, out of the equation. Because that's what you want out of the equation. You want the Me Too's out of the equation, right? If you can control and maintain an originator of something, and I'm just hoping this dude is just pure crazy, like, and not just an attention seeker, because it'll make other people attention seekers, even if he gets caught.
Yeah.
But hopefully it lessens that fact of wanting to be that version of an attention seeker.
Yeah, I think it's hopefully this works out. A cursory Google search did not return any further news on like if they were finally able to arrest him. But I think hopefully it works out in that case. Like hopefully it works out as far as like preventing any more of this bullshit. Like it was just ridiculous at some point where it's like every single event or almost every single event you saw these like bunch of headlines where it's like freaking now receiving death threats under like public events, and like people receiving death threats and trying to just do like endorsement events and things like that, and it's just like, what is your deal, man? Like, what is your deal? hopefully this is enough to prevent, like you said, the copycats. But yeah, like hopefully this also gives a little bit of like, once it gets wrapped up officially, arrests, him taking, getting whatever punishment comes to him, we'll have some bit of closure for the girls, some bit of closure for APink. They've kind of had, they've been trying to like, they just came back. They just had a nice little comeback with a nice track that's succeeding for them. And then to be able to just kind of put that away as well would be nice for them. Because they are professionals. And they've been dealing with this crap. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have much else to say. I just hopefully this things work out that way. Speaking of crazy men, seemingly, rapper Iron has quote unquote disappeared. Misses appeals trial after conviction for assaulting ex-girlfriend twice. And what would be good news if were actually true, rapper Iron has seemingly vanished and has not shown up for his appeals trial after previously being found guilty of assaulting his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend. Somehow he got just probation for broken bones, and then beating her again. So they appealed for a harsher punishment, but now he's missing. But yeah, as you were about to say,
it's one of those things where it's always weird when you get to know somebody through the public eye, right? And it's there's just a lot of oddity, you know what I mean, like in something like that, because sometimes you just feel like, oh man, that like you only know him as an artist, you know what I mean? And whatever demons they have in their personal life that cause them to do crazy shit, just catches you by surprise. So this is one of those ones that caught me by surprise. I think it's definitely one of those things that feels like there's a lot more here. Like some kind of, there has to be like drug abuse or something like that just pushed, you know what I mean? Because like seemingly Iron seemed like such a chill dude, you know what I mean? Like but there are definitely some fucking demons there that need help, you know what I mean? Like still a piece of shit for what he did, and take that as it is, because I always go by the law. He was found guilty, so you put that there, but like
rule and law, he is officially and legally a piece of shit.
Yeah, but definitely, I want him to be caught because that dude needs some help.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like there's something there that somebody with better qualifications than mother journalist and chuckle fucks on the internet can say. You know what I mean? Like motherfucker needs help, bro.
Yeah, and also he also needs to be caught because, well, there's something not safe about the whereabouts of somebody who an abuser. The whereabouts of an abuser not being known is not good. Which is, this is a scary thing. Also, this also on a completely minor, unrelated, irrelevant note, ruins like 2 songs that I used to love. That now I can't listen to anymore. But the most important thing is he's a piece of shit, and hopefully it's like this whole ordeal when it comes down to finding out about what he, the abuse, and him and his team, if you remember, outing her in the most roundabout, passive aggressive way, where they described her in no uncertain, like, oh, she was this girl that was in our music video this one time, where we're basically very obviously describing one particular person who you could very easily find on the internet. And then they're talking about her like her lifestyle choices and whether those, like if those matters. It's like this whole ordeal has been like trying. But yeah, hopefully they catch the guy. Hopefully they find him, and they can get this trial over with, and justice can be meted out. But yeah, let's go completely to left field and just talk about some good things. I just want to talk about this really cool little list of dramas. It's just a nice little list Drama Fever put together, called 10 Dramas and Movies That Celebrate LGBTQ Relationships. A couple of these are reaching a little bit, but they're still nice. They're still good shows and good movies. So it really doesn't matter. They're just really good. So we kind of go down this list, and there's some...
I'm gonna go on a limb, and I'm gonna give them half marks on some of these.
Yes.
All right. You're reaching. Okay. And in America, that gets you shot. So I'm just saying.
Yes.
You're reaching.
Let's start with one that I think I haven't seen, and I'm actually interested in checking out now, just based on description. Mm-hmm. We Are Gamily. We Are Gamily. I think it's something like that. This beautiful Taiwanese movie broke major barriers for portraying intimate relationships between two same-sex couples. To fulfill his mother's wish for him to marry and have children, a son is forced to enter into a marriage with a female friend, even though he has been in a steady relationship with a boyfriend. But the surprise doesn't stop there in this romantic comedy from Taiwan, where marriage equality has made great strides. Powerful storylines, tremendous acting, and massive A+ for portraying same-sex relationships with such sensitivity. I'm reading verbatim from Drama Fever. So We Are Gamily. Taiwanese, which is really nice. I think we forget about the fact that these huge countries in the middle of, the center of East Asia, of mainland China, that are also making TV shows and dramas that are possibly worth checking out. So things like do I even have a Drama Fever account at this point? I will add it to my queue. So I'm definitely gonna check that out. Have you checked out much as far as like Taiwanese media or Taiwanese movies, or
no?
So maybe one day I'll report back in. I'll check it out, report back in. But yeah, moving on. The Substitute. Lu has been raised like a boy by her mother. As a captain of a school judo team, she seemed to be tough and strong, but she hides her feelings for Nicole, an internet celebrity girl. Both The Substitute and We Are Gamily are directed by acclaimed Taiwanese director Zero Chao, who released the 2017 films under the theme of Over the Rainbow.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, I had my love for a lot of internet celebrity girls too. It's cool, you know what I mean? Oh god, that was a bad joke. All right, moving on.
This one you can speak to. We
all right, you're
about
reaching.
This,
yeah, you're reaching. I love this show. I love this show a lot. All right, this show is great. You reach. Okay, you're out here reaching.
Coffee Prince.
Sorry, I said put your hands on the car. What are you reaching for? But no, Coffee Prince, yeah. But Coffee Prince is a gender bend romantic drama where a girl pretends to be a guy to get further in life. We've had a lot of these in America too. And the main guy starts to fall for them, thinking that they're gay, and they're like, "Oh shit, I'm falling for a dude." And then, "Oh no, it's actually a girl," and you're like, "Oh, yeah, I ain't gay."
It's like It's nice. I think that the fact that that they touched on those subjects openly on the show was nice. And but it's still reaching, but it's still it's a good show. On that regard. This one is reaching because this one is a good one, but it's like it's one of those like so Answer Me 1997 is good for the fact that you had the gay crush, but there was no proper representation because when there was the opportunity of like, oh, he's gonna get right away with his husband or boyfriend, he just got into a car and we saw nothing. It's like so it was like, is this representation a celebration? Not really, but it's nice. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't remember much of the Answer Me series.
Yeah, and Answer Me 1997. It was basically like wraps around the fact that the 97 wraps around the fact that like Junior Juan, it's a bottle. Baro's no, not Baro. It's Hoya's character. Iho Hoya. Okay, now I'm confused by the fact that Hoya now goes by his real name Iho Juan. In credits, so it's weird. But basically, how Hoya's character had a crush on the main dude, the main guy. And he, it took him to like the end of the show to like confess to him. And it was like, yay, but the main guy is still not gay. So thank you for liking me. So I don't know. It's nice. Yeah. It's a nice show. And then and that cuts into the Answer Me 1984, which it's like it's not even a same-sex relationship. It's like he thinks he might have feelings, and then like at some point it's like he's questioning his orientation, and then he kisses a girl and he's like, oh wait, no, I'm straight. It's like
it's trying to lay those seeds, right? It's trying to be like, can we put that out? How you feeling about that? Huh? We getting letters? No letters? We getting calls? Okay, we got a couple calls. All right, we're gonna pull back a little bit.
Some pretty heavy duty calls. So Cheese and Trap, which I haven't seen, which I keep meaning to check. They, especially considering the fact they used Love Exterio's track in the soundtrack. Cheese in the Trap does have an actual same-sex relationship, so
it's not the mainstay of the story. It's a side story, but it's definitely there. It's definitely strong. It's definitely well represented. So
there's that. It's one of those things that's like awkwardness. Again, personal taste with Lee Min Ho involves another one of those unrequited crushes. We got The Lover, which kind of apparently involves a whole lot of tension, but like a whole lot of tension and a whole lot of like tense moments. I didn't get to finish it. I don't know if there was some real good bits, but the apparently iconic wrist grab scene. So if those who have seen it can report on how much it delivers, but if the few episodes that I checked out was interesting. We had Life is Beautiful, which celebrated relationships a little bit more, which we haven't seen. At least I haven't seen. I don't know about you. If you've seen Life is Beautiful.
My watching of dramas have been pretty bad lately.
Yeah. This one's from 2010. Life is Beautiful celebrated in same-sex relationships with sensitivity and beauty in a way that not many older dramas and movies have. The drama of about a blended family comprised of multiple generations living on Jeju Island highlights the struggles between Yeonju and Kyungsoo, whose parents are expecting them to settle down and marry soon. Two lovebirds share many awe-inspiring and even trifling moments that occur between any two people who are madly in love. So seems like it does a good job. And of course, this one was one I kind of was a champion of for a little bit. Detectives of Sonam Girls High School. It had that one really great that episode where you have a true representation, a actual honest to goodness on screen kiss scene, kind of like got a lot of controversy for that moment, with the directors backing his play, standing strong.
Yeah,
talk about
like I love things like that. Yeah, like you're like, I am representing life through art. This is life. You know what I mean? Like you can't hide from life. Like I'm taking life and I'm showing you life.
Yeah.
Like you can't accept everything else that is life and then not accept this because it's life. You know what I mean? And I love shit. I love when people take stances like that. Yeah. Whether they agree with it or disagree with it or however they feel about it, I love someone who lives so much for representation of something when that's the thing that they're showing. So I love them saying like homosexual, like we met with students who have had these kind of relationships and this is how they feel and this is what we wanted to represent. So we crafted things that would represent that because we want you people to stop being dicks.
Yes. Yes. We wanted to tell their story and it's like
fucking thumbs up, brother. I fucking that right there made my day. I love shit like that, dude. I love shit like that.
Plus that drama is actually really fun. I wouldn't say drama. It's a fun, like, dramedy, had dramatic moments, but it's like very almost a little anime-ish in that, it's like, and I think it works really well, and I think people should check it out. It's funny, it's fun, has some really nice acting in it, and I think people should check out. But yeah, I know I'm gonna make a note for a couple of these movies, and I should at some point check out Cheese and Trap. I think I tried to start it, but I should just plow through. But yeah, just thought I'd end the episode on a positive note on representation. Yeah. Kaz, we now find ourselves to the end of another fantastic episode of Hallyujuku. What's going on in your world, Kazuma? I can't hear you. Can't hear me.
God dang it,
Kazuma. But what's going on in your world,
bruh? Check out Sports Odds and Ends. We're JVZ has some shit to do, so we're off for a couple of weeks, but we're gonna come back strong. Been talking about baseball. I apologize, Petey. And all the things going on there. Prepping up for the NBA season. Prepping up for the NFL season. Probably going to talk about next time we come around. We're probably going to talk about who your team's got in the draft, who your team signed for the NFL. In our preps for the NFL season and in our preps for fantasy football. So yeah, be ready. Be ready to make your picks. Better know who your quarterback is. Better have your quarterback of the future.
Yeah. See, hope nobody drafts your main hopeful pick right from under you.
Start talking up Sam Bradford to all your friends.
Exactly.
Like, have you heard of this guy? Sam Bradford? Have you heard of him? Great guy. Great guy. Great guy. Hasn't thrown a completion ever in his life. I mean, what?
God, I'm still debating whether I want to even completely boycott the NFL or not. But that's me.
Yeah.
But yeah, sportsoddsands.com. You can, of course, find Kaz at King Kaz. I'm at PD Rave. The show is Hallyujuku.com. Kpoppodcast.com is an easier thing for you to remember to tell your friends. Rebelli.net for this and other shows.
Well, didn't they tell you? Don't you know?
Rebelli TV on YouTube and other places. Rebelli TV, yeah. Find us where you find podcasts everywhere: iTunes, Stitcher, Pocket Casts, all the other places. Until next time.
Give it to me straight, Doctor.
Hasta los huevos. Annyeong.
Give it to me straight, Doctor.
Fighting. J Park.
Why, I think you're crazy.
Me no DJM.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.